Vayakhel-Pekudei. Israel has witnessed God on Mount Sinai, the only time in all history where an entire people became recipients to revelation. Then came the disappearance of Moses at the top of the mountain, an absence that led the Israelites to the greatest collective sin, the golden calf. Moses returns to the mountain and pleads for forgiveness, which was granted. Its symbol was the second tablets. Now, life must begin again. A shattered people must be rebuilt. How does Moses proceed? The verse that opens this parasha gives us a clue. Moses assembled all the community of Israel and said to them, these are the things God commanded you to do. But there's important nuance in this passage. In Hebrew it reads, Vayakhel Moshe et kol adat bnei Israel, vayomer elehem, ele advarim asher tziva Adonai la'asot otam. The verb Vayakhel is very significant. It is a verb in which it gives the parasha its name and is crucial in understanding of the task Moses was engaged in. It recalls a previous verse which uses the same word. In this case, the previous verse is obvious. It says, when the people saw that Moses was long delayed in coming down the mountain, they assembled around Aaron and said to him, get up and make us gods to go before us. Or in Hebrew, וירא העם כי בושש משה לרדת מן ההר, ויקהל העם על הארון, ואמרו אליו קום עשה לנו אלוהים אשר ילכו לפנינו, כי זה משה האיש אשר העלינו מארץ מצרים, לא ידענו מה היה לו. The verb has a deeper meaning. Vayakhel is one of two words in the Bible to describe an associated group of people, edah and kehillah. Edah comes from the word ed, witness. People who constitute an edah have a strong sense of collective identity. They have witnessed the same things. They are bent on the same purpose. The Jewish people became an edah, a community of shared faith, only on receiving the first commandment. An edah can be a positive or negative thing. We have seen both cases in the Bible, but an edah is a community of like-minded people. The word emphasizes a strong identity and its members having much in common. A kehillah is different. Its members are different from one another, but they're orchestrated together for a collective undertaking, one that involves distinctive contribution. A kehillah can be as low as a crowd, where individuals lose their individuality, where a kind of collective mentality takes over, and where people are doing things they never considered doing on their own. What is called the madness of crowds. Crowds lack the inhibition and restraints that form our inner controls as individuals. As Elias Canetti wrote, the crowd is the same everywhere, in all periods and cultures. It remains essentially the same among men of the most diverse origin, education, and language. Once in being, it spreads with the utmost violence. Few can resist its contagion. It always wants to go on growing, and there are no inherent limits on its growth. It can arise wherever people are together, and its spontaneity and suddenness are uncanny. But this week's kehillah, in contrast to the one of the golden calf, was quite different. Moses sought to create a community by getting people to make personal contributions to a collective project, the Mishkan. In this community, individuals remain individuals. Their participation is essentially voluntary. As we read, let everyone whose heart moves them bring an offering. Their differences are valued because they mean that everybody has something distinct to contribute. Some gave gold, others silver, others bronze. Some brought wool or animal skins, others gave precious stones, yet others gave their labors and skills. What united them was not the dynamic of the crowd, in which we were caught up in this collective frenzy, but rather shared sense of common purpose, of helping to bring something into being that was greater than anyone can achieve alone. Communities build, not destroy. They bring the best in us, not the worst. They speak to higher aspirations. The beauty of the kehillah is that it's driven by constructive purposes. It gathers the distinct together and separate contributions from many individuals, so that each can say, I helped make this. It is not what happened to us, but what we do that gives us identity and responsibility. What transforms the Israelites is not what God did for them, but what they did for God. And that is precisely the reason why the story of the tabernacle belongs in Exodus, not in Leviticus, because it is a story of nation building. The most effective way of transforming individuals into a group is by setting them a task they could only achieve as a group. This cuts through all the divisions. Tribal, social, cultural. A nation does not depend on shared ethnicity. It arises from collective responsibility. It suggests that citizens of a nation see themselves as co-creators of society, seen as a home we built together. In the aftermath of the golden calf, Moses understood that a people shattered could not be restored by rebuke alone. They had to be gathered, Vayakhel, and built together. The Mishkan was more than a sanctuary. It was a reconstruction of a people. Each person brought something different. Out of these individual gifts merged not a crowd of chaos, but the harmony of kehillah. Kehillah builds, Jews build. By being what I uniquely am, I give what I alone can give. The Torah makes a strong connection between building and belonging, integrated diversity. When individuals bring their unique gifts toward a shared purpose, they can create not only a community, but a place where the divine can dwell among them. Shabbat Shalom.